This morning, Ibano people declare support for PDP and its candidates as Udom Moses campaign team visits Upenegon. Deputy Governor wants youth in Ibadan local government area to translate their love for PDP into votes during the elections. President Goodluck Jonathan launches program to redefine job creation strategies for Nigerian youths. Details shortly. A very good morning to you today and welcome to AKBC 45 News. I am Methlin Mbong. The people of Ibano local government area have declared their support for the PDP governorship candidate, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, and other candidates of the party in the general elections coming up March in April 2015. Ibano people made the declaration when the Udom Emmanuel Moses Igbo campaign team arrived at the local government council secretariat in Ipenegon to seek for the people's vote. Celestin Aquera reports.
The people of Ibano declared their solidarity and support to Mr. Udom Emmanuel and all PDP candidates come March 28 and April 11, 2015 general elections, as they came out in various social political groups with banners of different sizes and inscription with words of welcome and support. Each of the groups, mostly women groups, were identified with face caps and T-shirts of different colors and designs with inscriptions to show their support and solidarity. Music stars, including 2 children aged between 10 and 12, showered praises and support to Udom Emmanuel and other PDP candidates through songs and danced, even as the people joined them. A special group of boys who call themselves Mpanak Bicycle Riders Association and dressed in yellow vest with their bicycles demonstrated at the rally, exhibiting high level of carefulness and watch to prevent any form of accident. Prominent indigenes of Ibano who addressed the rally included the youth leader Apostle Samuel Eka, a former commissioner in the state, Mrs. Eunice Thomas, and Mr. Eka Effiong, who assured PDP of winning in Ibano. The state PDP chairman, Obong Paul Ekpo, presented the Eket senatorial candidate, Obong Nelson Effiong, Eket federal constituency candidate, Deacon Ezogwidega Ekpo Tai, and Esreket Ibano state constituency candidate, Mr. Usoro Akpan Uso. When the coordinator, Udom Emmanuel Moses Ekpo campaign organization, Kanga, introduced the governorship candidate and his running mate, the crowd demonstrated a show of love and acceptance, and they sang and danced while the duo marched to the podium. Addressing the rally, Mr. Udom Emmanuel promised to establish a strong relationship with Ibano youth as well as completing the Ekomiman 18 and Eket Ibano route if voted into power.
My second home. I just want to say to this number one, congratulations to Ibano. We couldn't have negotiated for a better deal than the core producing community producing the next governor.
A state's Deputy Governor Lady Valerie Bear has challenged youth leaders in the 87 villages in Ibadan local government area to prove their loyalty with their presence at the People's Democratic Party local government campaign rally, as well as deliver the area to the party at the polls. Lady Bear gave the challenge when the youth leaders called on her at a large during which they resolved to ensure 100% success of PDP at the polls in the area as a mark of honor to the Deputy Governor. Colonel Eden Mufati completes the story.
Lady Yebe, who received the pledge by the youth with gratitude, said that it had become necessary to call for a proof of loyalty and hope that they will demonstrate this during the campaign tour of the local government scheduled for Thursday, February 12, 2015. Lady Yebe, who recognized The youth leaders, as facilitators and controllers, expressed their concern about the success of President Jonathan, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, and all PDP candidates at the rescheduled polls. The deputy governor encouraged them to ensure that no vote falls into opposition camps, promising that with Jonathan as president and Udom as governor, the area will be better for it.
You come here having fun yourself is a family boys, and with the right people in control of the different world of parading, different units in parading. I think they are the people who used to do it. We are going to have a governor who is just next door to parading. And before 8 years, Biden will become another heaven.
Earlier, the facilitator of the group, Barrister Mo Ekpo, had told the deputy governor that they were at the lodge to pledge their unflinching loyalty to her and the party, adding that they have decided to approach the elections with readiness to tow our track. Barrister Ekpo stressed that their decision was in appreciation of Governor Pabio's appointment of Lady Ebe as his deputy, urged the deputy governor to rest her mind, saying as long as elections were concerned, they would deliver a 100 votes to PDP. The member representing Pioneer in the State House of Assembly, Barrister Ekong Samson, thanked the youth leaders for their decision, saying that supporting Godswill Akpabio's chosen successor, Udom Emmanuel, and the People's Democratic Party will bring development to them, their families, and the area.
We are talking politics, we are talking PDP, and we want the party to win, and win well in Pioneer. Yes.
While the youth leaders from Ipaikono, Mr. Modo, spoke on behalf of others to confirm what their coordinator and president had earlier said, the deputy governor's personal assistants from the area, Mr. Steve Ntowepo and Dr. Imefon Uda, advised on possible approaches to the success of the party at polls in the area.
All-day workshop enhancing women participation in 2015 elections has ended in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital, organized by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The workshop drew women participants from different fields of endeavor in the state. Ayana Paul was there.
The Electoral Commissioner, INEC Barrister Austin Okoje, while declaring the workshop open, said in the recent past, INEC has held meetings with different stakeholders to discuss ways of conducting peaceful, free and fair elections in the state. Barrister Okoje said women play a critical role in nation building and can impact positively on the electoral process, hence the summit. He noted that to check tendencies capable of generating conflict or violence in the political arena, the stakeholders, including women and INEC, must work together. The INEC board encouraged the women to take active interest as well as participate in electoral processes as voters, candidates, and stakeholders for the success of electoral process in the state and the nation.
Fathers and mothers, you have the duty to encourage members of the political class and their followers to avoid conflict in the state.
Delivering a lecture on enhancing women participation in the electoral process in the 2015 elections, challenges and prospects, Dr. Hussein Ikbe of the University of Uyo said, in most societies, there are gender roles divided between the male and female. These societal realities, she said, are deeply rooted in cultural mores, belief system, traditional practices, patriarchal structure, and religious dogmas, hence the effort of Nigerian women to rise above their social stereotypes. Dr. Ikbe enumerated the challenges facing Nigerian women in politics to include finance, political violence, hangover of cultural and traditional practices. Meanwhile, the resident electoral commissioner, Barrister Austin Okoje, has visited the Abak Training Center, where ad hoc staff that will be used by the Commission in the forthcoming general elections are being trained. Addressing them, Barrister Okoje asked them to learn to relate well with the people, dress properly, and should be friendly so as to avoid problems in their polling units. The INEC boss told them that after the 3-day training, which commenced on Saturday, February 7, 2015, In all the 31 local government areas of the state, they will take examinations, adding that only those that would pass will INEC engage as ad hoc staff. Fielding questions on measures put in place for replacement of card reader machine, feeding allowance for trainees, and conducive environment for trainers, Barrister Okoje said.
Try as much as you can to be very, very friendly with various parents who come in. You are going to work with us as ad hoc staff.
About 280 youth coppers and 200 ex-coppers are trained in Abak. Eyagenopo reporting.
The second round of the 2014 Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week has been flagged off with the charge on pregnant women and mothers of children aged 0 to 59 months to veterinary health facilities provided by the government. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Memabasi Basi, gave the charge at the Primary Health Center in Kodokubo in Uyo local government area venue for the takeoff of the campaign, which holds twice every year. Udoyakong has the details.
The aim of the Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week with the slogan Urwansong Edemeka Yeyen is to deliver a package of high-impact, low-cost child survival and maternal interventions which include antenatal care, immunization against childhood killer diseases, deworming, distribution of long-lasting insecticidal treated mosquito nets, and other healthcare services. Flagging of the campaign, which will simultaneously hold throughout the state during the week, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Memabasi Basi, said during the week of heightened healthcare delivery services, enhanced healthcare services will be provided so that childhood illnesses will be eradicated while maternal and child mortality in Akwa Ibom State will reduce significantly. He urged mothers and caregivers to take their babies to health facilities closest to them for the services which he stressed are free of charge, assuring that the two campaigns for 2015 will still hold later in the year.
So bon in Zumbega Mecca see one with me, we may young and neighbor Kupo, may young and Toya. Any woman to go to the compound or the village for the only government is Sagayan, Mokbo Yemen United for Elizabeth. And even if I didn't want them bomb Eddie, may not stay by me, I didn't send me by the
The ceremony also featured goodwill messages from the health supervisor of your local government council, Mr. Fiok George, and the village heads of Afara Fort and Ikoro Kubo, beneficiary communities of the health center.
Akwa Ibom Abong Chief Dr. Boswell Fabio Now Yanam Nto Ije Meriba Ije Uma Ije Ntong Idem Ije Uboko Kebyo Ikoro Kubo.
Please, we appeal to you to tell other pregnant women who are not here to take advantage of this exercise and get their children immunized, and even other pregnant women to present themselves for this exercise.
To Mrs. Enobong Ubom of the Health Center Ikoro Kubo and Mrs. Evelyn Eyo of the State Ministry of Health, the benefits of the campaign are enormous.
So we have all types of immunizations preventing the 6 killer diseases. So we are here for them. Anytime they come here, they will see us. This immunization, take delivery, antenatal clinics, and treatment of minor illness. We give all health services, safe preparation.
Our expectation is just like we are starting from the 9th, which this banner indicates, 9 to 13. We expect mothers to go out of their houses, caregivers, children underserved to be taken there. So what? So all this intervention that we have brought up for them.
The health center Ikoro Kubo Fort provides antenatal, delivery and immunization services and also treats minor ailments brought by indigents of the 9 communities around it. Uduakeko reporting.
Director General of AKBC pledges to maintain existing cordial relationship with agents working for the corporation. As you're watching AKBC 45 News. This and more stories when we come back.
Campaign. Generally, Jim Benagani down Miaco. A Louis Rufus said, I'm messing with him. A Louis Gina, you don't mess with him.
The Rudolph Emmanuel at the time I saw it in mind. Therefore, it's a man that made it. When finally, His Excellency Agapo Minister, Bendu, they can be not a tire of what the Moses. When you look at what you are getting, I get a point of Joseph. I'm not for Pharaoh. I'm out for Pharaoh. Sitting on a quarter, when they make a full of it, all of my put on the end. Don't go in a man. Is that
Udom is right. Is right and fair, for God is the best. For Quibon said, Udom is right and fair. Behold our next governor.
Welcome back. Agents working for Quibon Broadcasting Corporation have been tasked to be good ambassadors of the corporation. The advice was given by the Director General of AKBC, Mrs. Elsie Udofia, when the Association of AKBC Agents paid her courtesy visits yesterday. Idara Bongse filed the story.
The visit, described as the first of its kind, provided both the Director General, management, and the agents an opportunity to address issues which affect their relationship. The chairman of the group, Jerry Ikwa, congratulated Mrs. Elsie Udofia for elevation to the position of a Director General and said that they were meeting to share their experiences, hoping that it would engender good working relationship between them and the corporation. He said that the organization over the years has contributed to the uplift of the corporation while also benefiting from such relationship, adding that a lot has been achieved in the process.
Our regular interaction makes it very easy to know ourselves, offer assistance to members in difficulties in course of business negotiations. It has also acted as great training ground to update our skills, promote professionalism.
Responding, the Acting Director General, Mrs. Elsie Udofia, expressed delight over the visit, describing it as an opportunity to know each other well. Mrs. Udofia lauded the agents for coming together, noting that it has broken the difficulty of relating with them individually. She said that by forming an association, an opportunity has been created to share experiences and compare notes for mutual benefits of all. Mrs. Udofia, who used the opportunity in educating the agents on the need to initiate new ideas, the need to package their products such as jingles and documentaries to conform with standards, and promised to maintain the cordial relationship existing between them and the corporation.
Packaging is very important, and people that you work with, people that come to you or you go to them to do business, you should encourage them. We are all working towards our mutual benefits. There is no way these recommendations, most of them, will not help us in actualizing our goals and objectives.
Also speaking, the Director of Marketing, Eldaito Bokbanya, appreciated the Acting Director General for accommodating the agent despite her tight schedule. Elda Bokbanya promised to reward agents that meet the station's target for the year.
What we want our staff here to know is exactly what we want you to do. Because what we send our staff out to do is exactly what you are doing. So the two of you need to work hand in hand. You need to understand what you are doing.
The visit climaxed with the presentation presentation of gifts to the Acting Director General, Mrs. Elsie Udofia, Director of Marketing, Eldaito Bakpanya, Deputy Director Marketing Television, Mr. Isaac Udobia, and Deputy Director Production Marketing Radio, Mr. Christopher Edid. Idara Bongse, reporting.
Prostate cancer has been identified as the leading cause of death in men worldwide. It is also said to be the most common cancer in men in Nigeria. These facts were made known at the lecture on current perspectives in prevention and diagnosis of prostate cancer. The lecture, according to Patience John, was organized by the College of Health Sciences, University of Uyo. Stories presented in our studios.
Welcome to the lecture held at the HEF Lecture Theatre, University of Uyo Main Campus. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Comfort Ekpo, described the partnership between the university and the guest lecturer as necessary and expressed the hope that it will yield positive impact to the parties.
Available information to me has it that prostate cancer is the most common cancer in adult men in Western countries, and of course, it's very rampant in Nigeria now.
The President of the College of Health Sciences of the University of Uyo, Professor Memphis Ekpo, in his remarks said that the lecture was put together after many years of hard work and research, and thanked the university for supporting the event.
We owe ourselves a duty to perform epidemiological studies to establish or debunk these rumors.
Addressing Dean of Faculties, Head of Departments, Management of the University of Uyo, Professor, Medical Doctors, Lecturers, Students in Health-related courses, the guest lecturer, Professor Martin Bosland of the Department of Pathology, College of Medicine, University of Illinois, Chicago, regretted the havoc caused by prostate cancer to humanity.
There is some good news in the U.S. and also in Western Europe, particularly in the U.S., and that is that more than 99% of men that have been diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Professor Bosland would describe prostate cancer as one that attacks the prostate gland cells of a man, regretted the high rate at which Nigerian men die of the disease. He gave symptoms of the disease to include fatigue, increased shortening of breath, severe progressive pain in bones, especially low back. Others are frequent urinating, especially at night, blood in urine or semen, and pain with urination and ejaculation. According to him, risk factors include smoking, family history, diet, especially much consumption of fatty and fried food, red meat, and age. The lecture advocated that Nigerian men between ages of 20 and 40 should go for a checkup, as 60% of prostate in Nigeria arise in men over 65 years. Professor Bosland also explained the types of treatment of prostate cancer to the participants.
These small tumors, but these tumors tend to grow out and spread throughout the body and cause metastatic disease, which is really where the problem is.
Dr. Jackson Obot of the Department of Clinical Pharmacology and Dr. Martin Sakban said the lecture has broadened their understanding of prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer is a topical issue today because the incidence of this is increasing in our society.
Now that we've just had this lecture, we've been exposed to causes and ways of preventing it.
And now to the foreign news scene. A program meant to redefine job creation strategies for Nigerian youth has been launched. Mercia Kera has a report on this and the issues in the foreign scene on the foreign news segment.
Goodluck Jonathan has launched a public-private partnership program called Youth Entrepreneurship Strategy. It is meant to redefine job creation for young men and women in the country. According to the President, the Youth Entrepreneurship Strategy Program would aim to creating more jobs for the youth in Nigeria, being part of the efforts geared towards achieving envisaged 2 million jobs for young Nigerians.
So far, about 22,000 young graduates have been placed under this program, and we are ramping up efforts to ensure that many more graduates are supported. I hereby adopt this Youth entrepreneurship strategies and formally declare open the Nigeria Youth Entrepreneurship Network portal.
Nicholas Okoye called on Nigerian youths to take advantage of the program. Young Nigerians who have benefited from the different entrepreneurship programs of the federal government, such as UWIN, paid tributes to how the different programs had affected their lives positively. US President Barack Obama says he's waiting for the results of the crucial talks on Ukraine before deciding whether to supply arms to the Kiev government. This is the outcome of the meeting between Obama and Chancellor Angela Merkel of Germany in Washington. The German leader was in Washington to update President Obama on the Franco-German efforts to revive peace in Ukraine. According to President Obama, supplying arms to Kiev government will only be a last option. In India, the Aam Aadmi Party AAP, also known as the Common Man Party, has captured more than 9/10 of the seats in the capital city in a landslide victory. The Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, has conceded defeat in the Delhi state elections, the AAP having defeated the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party. The victory marks a remarkable comeback for the AAP leader Arvind Kejriwal, a former tax inspector. In a case that sparked international outrage, a Hong Kong woman has been found guilty of physically abusing her Indonesian maid and has been put behind bars ahead of the sentencing. The 44-year-old Hong Kong woman was arrested in January 2014 for seriously wounding her former domestic helper, Ewina. The Indonesian maid said she slept only 4 hours a day and was badly beaten by her former employer till she was unconscious.
Family members, friends, and associates of Mrs. Margaret Etemofison gathered to pay their last respects to their daughter and friends who died at the age of 48. Among those who attended the funeral service, which was conducted by God's Kingdom Society, a Jota branch, Lagos, were the management and staff of the State Ministry of Transport. The late Margaret Etemofison was the younger sister to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Transport, Dr. Effiong Abia. Preaching, the minister in charge, the Reverend Felix Usiso, described death as inevitable and urged the people to live righteously. The Reverend Usiso advised the living to refrain from their sinful lives, saying that no sinner will go unpunished. In a tribute to the elder brother of the deceased, Dr. Effiong Abia, and the sister Grace, described the passing of Margaret as a loss to the family and prayed God to give her eternal rest.
Why will you leave us so early? You are so kind, loving, and caring. You are a good sister, mother, and wife.
You were shining example. We, the children, will continue to comfort one another with the word of God.
The biography of the deceased indicated that she was an industrious, loyal, faithful, and devout Christian who showed commitment in whatever she did. Condolences came in presented to the family by Akwa Ibom State Ministry of Transport, Favorite Ladies Club, Lagos, in-laws, and the Akarika family. Earlier, the Commissioner of Transport, Prince Godwin Tugude, led the staff of the Ministry and Transport stakeholders on a condolence visit to the brother of the deceased, Dr. Effiong Abia. Prince Godwin Tugude, during the visit, enjoined the family to take solace in the fact that the death of a righteous one is pleasing unto God, stressing that at the appointed time they will meet to part no more.
We share with you this gift, we share with you this moment. We know it's painful, we know it's heartbreaking, but we want you to be strengthened because you know God. God who knows why He has decided to lift her up to higher callings and glory this moment.
knows exactly how to replenish the Lord, fortify you, replace those moments that you would have missed out.
Don't forget, you can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45U or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. That has been our package of the news, but before we go, a recap of the major highlights. About your story, and the people of Ibadan local government area have declared their support for the PDP governorship candidate, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, and other candidates of the party in the general elections coming up March 20th and April 11, 2015. Ibadan people made the declaration when the Udom Emmanuel Moses Equal campaign team arrived at the local government council secretariat in Ukwenekan to seek for the people's vote. Also, agents working for Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation have been tasked to be good ambassadors of the corporation. The advice was given by the Director General of the AKBC, Mrs. Elsie Udofia, when the Association of AKBC Agents paid her courtesy visits yesterday. That was the news, and thank you for staying with us. I am Mathlene.